Of course, switching off is easier said than done. I'm now joined in the studio by Werner Eichhorst from the Institute of Labour Economics, who's done research on the subject of burnout. And I'd like to ask you first, is burnout real? Has work really become more stressful?
Yeah, given the data that we have at hand, I think it's an obvious development that we're moving away from this, let's say, physical hazards of the old economy to these more psychosocial risks, including burnout in the modern, heavy, creative, stressful world of work. So this is a real problem, and there also is a real debate about policies at a company level to reduce the level of stress.
Has digitalization made things worse, or has it taken stress away?
Well, in a way, I think given the data also that was shown in the movie, we can definitely see that the intensity of information and the flow of information has become faster and more intense. So this is one thing. On the other hand, digitization is not necessarily a bad thing. It also allows for new ways of flexible responding to certain demands, i.e., maybe responding to something while you're not in the office, and also to interact with your colleague to solve an urgent problem without going to the office on the weekend, for example.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I just imagine a top manager sitting at home at the dinner table with the family, the kids are there, and then the phone buzzes and there's an email she's been waiting for, and she just quickly types an answer and comes back to the family. 20 years ago, she wouldn't be at home with her family. She'd be in the office waiting for a fax. So is that progress or is it not?
I would say this is rather a positive development because it allows you to recombine family or private activities with business requirements to a better extent. But at the same time, I think it's also there's also the need for a mature and a bit more realistic behavior towards digitization, not potentially contributing to further increase, let's say, the information overload, also to establish certain hygiene principles regarding emails and so forth.
If you look at the figures, it looks like that we're working less. In Germany, I think it's roughly 3 hours less per week than 25 years ago. Are we becoming too soft, maybe, when it comes to work?
I would not say so. For full-time workers, the working time is basically the same. We have seen more part-time workers. So,
well, if it's the same, why has it become more stressful?
People are expected to work more, to have tighter deadlines. The productivity is increasing, also the need to be creative. So subjectively, this can create certain situations of stress, but only if the resources and the social environment that is available is not favorable to such a development. So there's definitely an issue for firm-level policies, also for the working culture at the workplace, that it really makes a difference.
Are companies, big companies, doing something, and what are they doing to reduce stress levels?
Well, I think the bigger companies are definitely can dispose of better resources to professionally address these issues. They can establish more formal rules, probably, but the same goes also with smaller companies. The basic thing is the cake is in the eating. Yeah? So that means in day-to-day practices, also in terms of explicit or implicit demands by, for example, managers or your boss, I think this really makes a difference. It's not so much about what is written on paper or put somewhere on the intranet that makes a difference.
Werner Eichhorst from the Institute of Labour Economics, thank you very much for coming to the studio today.
You're welcome.